Hey friends, welcome to the Stationery Cafe, your podcast for everything stationery, journaling, and planning related. This is April from Penguins Creative, and we have Kelly from Kelly Love Letters here with me today to talk about living the analog life and fun things in the community. So join us with a drink, and let's chat about what's new in the stationery world. Happy New Year! How's it
Happy New
going?
Year! I can't believe we're actually doing this.
New Year, fresh beginnings. Haven't recorded for 4 weeks.
At least a month, it feels like.
At least a little bit. I
Yeah.
was telling Kelly, I felt a little bit stale. No, not stale. That's the wrong word. A little bit. What's the right word over here?
Rusty, I think is the right word.
Rusty.
Yeah. I see where you got stale from. They're similar.
Stale, moldy, rusty.
Yeah.
All these descriptives.
You don't know how to talk, I think is what she's trying to say.
I know. And one thing I aspire to do this year for the podcast, I'm like jumping right into goals, is to not say like as much. Just
geez.
really trying to curb my, those wordy things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you hear awkward pauses in this episode, that's what I was trying to do.
Okay. I'll try to be conscious about that too.
No, you are fine. You're perfect. Yeah. You're the native speaker here.
Hey, native speakers say weird stuff all the time.
So, what's your drink of choice this evening?
So I have a Stanley water bottle, but here's the thing. I got it, like 4 or 5 months ago?
You were ahead of the curve.
I was ahead of the trend.
You were.
I didn't get it because of the brand. I got it because like 3 of my friends had one and they loved it. And I was like, okay. So and I feel like,
And you covered it in stickers, which is cute, customized.
Yep.
How much ounces does your Stanley take?
30.
30
ounce.
So in my hand, you guys can't see it, but it's going to be on video. I have the Yeti 24 ounce in.
Oh, so mine's better.
In bright orange, and it's a fist to the resistance. No, just kidding. I just didn't want to follow the crowd, but I also like the concept, so I'm like, I'm getting the Yeti. I just said like, it's okay. I tried. I didn't get green, which is a weird direction for me this year. I feel like I have too many green things in my life. So I'm going orange for 2024.
I just gave her a look, by the way.
Plotter colors.
No, when you said I have too many green things in my life, I had my glasses and like looked down at you with them.
I know.
Like you've never said that in your life.
I just want to be stubborn to myself in that moment.
Okay.
I was being like, April, you always get green. I'm going to be defiant and get orange. But I think a part of my thought process was orange is a very creative color. If I use it at my work desk, it's going to be inspiring and motivating, some sort of psychological thing at work right here.
Totally.
Hopefully it'll work.
So we're both drinking water then from our fancy water bottles.
That's right, because it aligns with our goals that we will talk about, right, towards the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, I do. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Water! Hydrate! Healthily. Okay, so let's kick it off. I think this episode is a little different, like, compared to other episodes. Because we do our first episode of the year, doing recaps, favorites. We did it with Phyllis a few times, and we want to do it again. So, rounding out our favorites in this episode. But I wanted to kick off with sentiment to get us started. Word of the year. Do you have one?
I don't have one.
It's blank over there. I see it on Google Docs. So,
yeah, I don't.
Don't you? Do you not do Word of the Year?
It's something that doesn't align with my practice. I'm just going to say it that way. I don't know, but I like your word. I might want to steal your word.
You have phrases, though. The F around and find out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that should be my motto for the year, for sure.
And then you have the one on your book, right? The up and the down thing, the witchy thing, or is it?
Oh,
witchy?
as above, so below.
Yes, up
it's
and
kind
down
of like a
thing.
mantra.
Up and down thing. That's what I said.
I know what you were saying. Yeah.
All right, you picked up what I put down.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll go ahead with mine first. My word
Yeah.
of the year is being unapologetic. It actually started out different. The whole
Slow
story.
clapping.
Slow clap. Last year, I was originally gonna do gratefulness because last year, lots of anxiety-inducing moments, spirals. I think you can relate. Sometimes our head just works in weird ways, and when you're already beating yourself down, you're like, let's just do it even more, and then put yourself into this worse mental conditions. Whether it is like affected from your family or people around you or society or just like your own inner head thing. It happens
I feel like
to
you're speaking directly to me in this moment.
It happens to everyone. Even though we don't show it publicly, I think it happens to everyone, even me. So last year I read about how being grateful really help combats those panicky feelings when we're in the moment, in the spiral. So I was going to use feeling grateful for the word of the year to kind of address that part of me that I really wanted to improve on. But then I decided, you know what? Like, I think actually what made me switch to this word, I think I was trying to go for a more aspirational approach that could be applied, that is to more actions versus grateful feels like something that's very static, very at one place. Gratefulness feels like you're sitting down and thinking over a cup of tea and being very inactive, but I want something a little bit more active. Following Mike's podcast, Cortex, that talked about themes, a theme that could encompass different aspects of your life. And I decided, I think unapologetic is something that is close to feeling one's self-worth, which is at the end of the day what I'm trying to go for with the gratefulness factor. Being grateful for what I have and what situation I'm in now and feeling good about that. And I think it's a little bit, well, this is like such self-talk right now. And I said like,
oh, that's good.
But I'm just going to not think about it anymore. Self-worth. I think being unapologetic doesn't mean I'm going to be a horrible person. I'm not going to go out and just do stupid or mean things and then say I'm unapologetic. That's not what I meant. I think unapologetic in a way is feeling so confident in your self-worth that you're not worried about what other people think about what you're doing.
Wait, say that again. Like, seriously, say it again.
So, yeah, being so confident in your own self-worth that you're not worried about what other people think of you.
Boom.
So,
mic drop.
I think that's really a mentality I needed to work on. That means setting good self-boundaries, setting good boundaries, of course. You're not trying to please everyone. And even if you did do things that ended up not pleasing everyone, it's okay because you are doing what you think is right for you at the moment. So that's sort of the mental space I want to be in 2024. And then also I think in a way unapologetic applies to like things that I wanted to do, taking challenges and then not afraid of failing. And in that sense, it's like even if I fail and look stupid, I'm going to be unapologetic about that as well. So I think that is the multifacetedness of this beautiful word.
I really like that a lot. And I feel like grateful sounds, I mean, of course, grateful's a good word. But in comparison to unapologetic, it's very, it's like what you're supposed to be, even.
The imagery is, it's weird. I have this imagery. Being grateful feels like I'm sitting in a cozy cottage drinking hot cocoa.
I love that.
Whereas being which is not bad, which is great. That means like you're really embracing the moment and really enjoying what you have. But unapologetic, I have this imagery of me in armor and then like marching out of the gate.
Yes, the
and I
armor.
think yes. So I think that's what I'm going for.
It's like stepping outside of your comfort zone, but like for the betterment of your own self-worth and self-image.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's really good. Let's start it off heavy, guys. I like this.
You want to share my word of the year?
Yeah, it's unapologetic. I like that a lot.
The Unapologetic Stationery Cafe podcast.
There you go.
That sounds so bad.
I didn't write in my Hobonichi yet today, so maybe I'll just do some lettering of that word.
Nice.
My cousin.
I did it in mine. And it's so funny because working for a Japanese company, apologizing is the biggest thing.
Boy.
In the fabric of the culture,
yeah.
or not just in the company specifically, but like in Asian culture in general, you're always, oh, I'm sorry, did I step into your space? I'm sorry, I should have done this. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't let you know. And so there's just so much apologizing going on at all the time. And even though I've been living in the United States for so many 7, 8, 9 years now, 8 years maybe, I still feel like I'm apologizing a lot for something that's not even my fault. So yeah, on that note, let's move into the next section. The main meat of this episode is our top threes. We talk about top threes, and even though we're recording in 2024, this probably is a reflection of top threes of 2023.
Yes, that's what I intended it to be.
That's why I used the word three. No. Top 3 pens. Let's just go into it.
Yeah.
You want to start first?
Yeah, sure. So I did it kind of differently than you did, but I think that's sort of fun. So I have one of my, the Great Wave rickshaw pen sleeve thing. Nice. This was one, by the way, that if you're ever at the SF Pen Show, and you go to the rickshaw fortune cookie.
I love that they do that. It's so fun.
I got this for free.
You pick up a cookie, there's a fortune in it, you could potentially win a sticker or win a pen sleeve or win a tote bag even.
Yeah. There's plenty of things to win, and I was lucky enough to get a 3 pen sleeve.
I look forward to it again this year.
Yeah. So yeah, basically I'm gonna hop right into this because when I was preparing for this podcast, I was thinking about the past year. Mm-hmm. It's always weird reflecting on the year, but I just remember this pen. We were so excited, and then you bailed on it, and yes. I didn't bail on it. I
did. I have my rules. I need to stick to my no buy.
Yeah, the rules. Even though she totally broke them at the end of the year, but that's fine. So this is the Sailor Pro Gear Slim Yuzuyu. Mm-hmm. And we were just discussing in one of our little stationery group chats about like the theming of Sailor pens and how that's really what sells them.
Yes, absolutely. The story behind why they're even like look a certain way. Yeah.
Like, it's kind of stupid that I'm so in love with this because the finials are little Yuzus in my brain because that's what they're...
The Yuzu, the U part is the turquoise teal body and the Yuzu are the finials, so that makes complete sense, and I'm still mad none of us got taco.
I know, but that color wasn't quite jiving with me, but I know the taco was so good. But anyway, I used this a lot. I haven't had it inked up in a little bit because
what's the nib size again?
Pens. I got a medium because it's the best Sailor nib.
It really is. My favorite.
Yeah, I really can't complain about this one, and I called it my my workhorse because I really was using it quite a bit.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Sailor came out with so many series after that. I just don't think they beat this one.
No. I guess we don't really have to go into that, but I feel like they're kind of missing a lot lately. But anyway.
Yeah.
So this next one is something that I'm surprised that I do love it. It's the Platinum Curidas. It's kind of ugly. But hold on.
I remember you talking about it a while back. The Curidas.
Yeah. So I believe, I'm trying to think when I bought this. It was right before a pen show. I think it was right before Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I want to have a pen that's easy to use when I'm working. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Because it's a clicky, right? It's a clicky fountain pen. Like the Capless, but a little bit more bulkier towards the end part. I think the nib part.
Yeah, it's more definitely a little bulkier. I did remove the clip, which is something you can do with these that I think is cool. I just have the clear one, and like I actually had Mike do some nib work on it, so it's not like he didn't do like a grind or anything, but I really like the way it writes now, and it's all personalized. He tuned it, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I have a boring blue-black in here, and it's kind of my, I don't know, it's kind of become a go-to, and I remember when I bought it, I was like, ooh, I kind of want a Pilot Vanishing Point. But none of them were really speaking to me, and so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for like half the price and get a Curidas. So.
It is cheaper, and I remember talking about how I wanted one when I go to Japan to pick one up, and I could use it for urban sketching because I saw some other urban sketchers use it. And it just slipped my mind. I just had cooler pens to buy.
Yeah, you're just buying like 3 other pens.
When I was in Japan, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, definitely I was surprised to like it as much as I do. Because it's a lowly steel nib. Just kidding. Steel nibs are fine, obviously, because I use one.
A lowly. No judgment here.
Yeah, no judgment. We love steel nibs.
Gold doesn't make you cooler. Unless you get like the really cool stack.
Doesn't it though? So my favorite pen purchase of 2023 is definitely my Pilot Custom 823 in the clear that I know we talked about already because April got one too.
Yes.
And I love when you do this and the ink like shoots down when it's like down there, and it like, so it's basically a transparent vacuum filler pen, so you can see everything that's going on. And I really like how they have this like black cover, like where the nib, what do you call this part?
I see. Inside cap. Inside the clear cap, there's a veil. Sorry, veil that covers the nib, so it hides it, so it looks like it's wearing a black helmet.
Yeah, and I thought when I was looking at it online, I was like, oh, I don't really like that, but it's actually nice because you don't get that effect of like getting ink all over your cap. I mean, you know it's happening because that's what happens to fountain pens.
But you don't see it.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a question.
It writes beautifully. Yeah, what's your question?
I have a question. For 823 like this, do you keep the back unscrewed just so the ink can just constantly get in there? Or do you screw it back to close, you know?
I screw it back. I'm a screw backer.
You're a screw backer, okay.
But I don't know. I don't think it really matters.
It doesn't, right? If I keep it unscrewed, I just like knowing that the ink keeps going in there, you know, because if you screw it back, it stoppers
seals up again.
The thing.
That's a good point.
I wonder. Yeah, we're pen noobs. We don't know what we're talking about here. We just speculate.
I mean, all I know is that Pilot makes an amazing nib, and if you're thinking about getting this pen, you should totally do it because it's worth it.
It's in one of my top 3 as well. That's my first
Yeah.
one.
Oh, nice.
The
Good
Pilot,
segue.
the Pilot Custom 823 Clear that I also got from Japan.
Wait,
You,
what nib did you get?
I got the fine nib, the Pilot
Oh, I
fine
got the
nib.
medium.
Got the medium. I really like a Pilot fine, a tribute to my first fountain pen, the Kakuno
Oh, yeah.
in the F. And I love this nib. You mentioned the
Mm-hmm.
nib, that they do a good job, right? This is, I think, one of my pens that has like one of the largest nibs. Because I
Yeah, me too.
remember saying I really like Sailor with their 21K nib that has like bigger size nib on the
Mm-hmm.
regular Pro Gear. And I compared this one to that, and it's even bigger. And I think I just really enjoy
Mm.
that distance from where the tip of the nib meets the paper and where my hand and the grip section rests, just because of how long that nib is.
Yeah.
So it just it feels like you're writing with a weapon, like a tool, a nice tool. I don't know. That's the feeling I would describe writing with the Pilot 823. And it's not like I don't know about this product. You guys talk about it all the time. There's the amber, there's the what's the other
Smoke.
one? The smoke. They all look so cool. I think I even wrote with one at Yoseka when I was in New York 2 years ago.
Oh,
And
wow.
I just never bought one until in Japan, and then now it's like what took me so long
Yeah, I
to
know. That's
get
how
one.
I feel. But I'm
What
glad we waited because we have the pretty clear one.
what ink do you have in it?
It's still the Kyono Oto. It's called Bengara Ito. It was a Kyoto exclusive Lexi got me in 2019,
Ooh, nice.
which is the one that I feel like you were looking for when you went to the tag
I
store.
know they don't have that anymore.
That's lame.
It's retired. I think they
Oh, really? Well, I
didn't
feel
they
fancy.
didn't they like redo it, but in shimmer now or
Mm.
something. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know
Anyway,
about that.
that green was old news. Um, I have the Jimbo Cho, the
Oh,
special, the
no,
special.
this one was brown too.
This one's brown too. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
the
well,
special.
we're just the
Bunku.
same.
I know this is kind of like a brown, black, sepia, but way darker color. Got it from Bungu Box. It's one of their in-store limited. You can't buy it online. It's not listed on the online
Mm,
store because it's an ink that promotes the region, that neighborhood.
right.
It's known for its bookstores, record stores, and
Yeah.
the old days Taisho romance. So, yeah, we love a good pen with inks with good stories. So,
Yeah, there's another one that, yeah, got us with the story for sure.
my second pen going on Kelly's kind of, I guess, clicky route, Pilot Capless for me.
And that
uh,
one's so good.
it's so special and so good, and I am forever grateful to Polly who shared that Mercari link with me, and I just bought it. It's the Usagiya Ohara Museum collaboration. Usagiya is a stationery store in Okayama or Kurashiki, I think, and the Ohara Museum, which is also based in Kurashiki, and the Claw Monet waterlilies. So it's this kind of beautiful mix of green, blue, murky color, but very vibrant on a capless. I think this is a regular. It's not the decimal. So the regular
Hmm.
capless vanishing point. I don't know
The thick boy.
the thick one, and in a M, I think. So good. I love
Yeah,
it so
usually
much.
those special editions only come in medium for Pilot,
Oh, really? Is that
right?
why? I don't know.
I could be making that up, but I feel like that's usually a thing.
And I had an ink with a Pilot Yoroshizuku, one of those green colors they have in
The
advance.
Shinryoku or the
Yeah,
Hotarubi.
not the Hotarubi. Hotarubi is more yellow
Light.
green, but mine is the more turquoise green one.
Okay,
The
yeah.
yeah,
That's the Shinryo. Or no, the Suigyoku.
the Suigyoku. I remember because
Yep.
it sounds like suigyo, which is water dumpling.
Oh.
Sorry, the Suigyoku.
Nice.
Um, so yeah, I had an ink before I went on the trip to Kurashiki, and I'm still writing with it, but I do think it's time to clean it out. I actually
Yeah.
have been writing with these two pens so much since coming back. I'm really
Nice.
going through the ink. Last favorite surprise came out of nowhere. Not a green pen. Orange again. The TWSBI Heat F-Nib.
And I also bought that pen because it matches my tattoo.
Oh, matches the pumpkin. That's right. It's the same color as my Yeti. Like I told you, I'm on this orange kick. I think
good.
I'm very influenced by Plotter in the last quarter. I don't know, this orange. I think I just like orange. Maybe it's like that same fixation with the Mekon pen from Bungu
No,
Box.
that's what I was gonna say when you first brought out your Yeti.
Yeah,
you're in your Mekon era.
In fact, it is inked with the Mekon ink from Bungu Box right now. So
nice.
I did this color combo for the fall foliage, and it just continued. Does not scream Halloween to me, in my opinion, even though it does for you. But I just love it so much.
Orange. That's what orange is to me, is Halloween.
Yeah, in 2023, I bought 2 TWSBIs. One is the that cerulean green, right?
Wasn't it called cerulean? Yeah.
Cerulean something. And then
now I don't remember.
And I bought the Heat. And the two of them is just such a retro color combo.
It is. I like them together.
So
it's like a retro kitchen.
It's like a retro kitchen. But I reach for my orange one way more for some reason. So I love these 3 pens. Nice.
Okay, wait. We both had 2 gold nibs and 1 steel nib.
Yes. And 1 clicky, and we share the custom A23.
That's so cute. We're so adorable. Also, I just want to say, this is related to pens. I only have, I guess I have 7 pens inked up right now. Which is like really low for me.
That's very low for Kelly. It really is.
I'm just patting myself on the back for that one.
Wow. I have 9 inked up right now.
Oh, see, I'm better than you. I'm dying though. I'm like, I need to ink up another.
I have 2 that needs to go out, needs to clean out. So that puts me down to 7 soon by this weekend, hopefully, if I have the time. But yeah, no, I have a few new pens. I haven't even started using the Sakura one that we bought together, the Okura.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And then, of course, official announcement here. I bought the Dongo pen. Thank you, everyone who forwarded it to me. So I need to ink that one up too.
It's so good.
I'll talk about it in a future episode, maybe once I inked it up with the perfect ink. So yeah. I have a lot of new pens that I can't wait to play with. So I'm ready to wash out a lot of these pens right now and switch to 7 new currently inked.
Nice.
Next section, top 3 notebooks / journal / diary. No rules, anything goes.
Yep.
Go.
So I didn't bring those down here. I don't know if I mentioned I'm recording downstairs because my internet is weird and works better down here. We've had no issues so far, so that's good.
Yeah, no, it works. Whatever works.
So my workhorse for notebooks for 2023, and I think for a lot of the time in general, is standard traveler's notebook refills. Because I did fill up 4. I know not as many as you, April, but I think that's pretty solid for a year. Especially since I generally don't really draw in them. It's mostly writing. And I've always said that I just love journaling in a traveler's, and I actually haven't. I've been using my Hobonichi A5 Hone. It's not called the cousin Hone, right? It's called the A5 Hone. I don't know.
I think it's the cousin Hone.
Oh,
no, actually,
maybe.
I don't know. Don't quote me.
I don't know either. Because I'm not in the biz anymore. But
wow.
I know how the mighty have fallen. But anyway, I've been like really diligent about journaling in that, but I'm like, I miss my traveler's notebook. So I don't know, but it's always gonna be there. I have a ton of refills that I got in Japan, so I'm not. That's going nowhere.
Nice.
And it was definitely a workhorse. and surprised to love it for the notebooks is definitely the B6 Half Year Common Planner by Sterling Ink. Which, okay, the thing is, I bought one for this year, and I haven't touched it at all, and I'm considering selling it. Actually, I'm pulling a Phyllis.
Wait, but why is it surprising? Oh, because you used it last year. You didn't.
Yeah, I used it from July, pretty solidly from like July through November. And I was like in that thing. It was my, it was because for One Book July, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just experiment with this.
You did,
and I did.
But it's okay. I mean, it's totally fine. You had such a great run with it. You enjoyed it thoroughly, and it's totally fine to move on to something new in the new year. There's no rules that if it works, you have to stick with it. That's Phyllis' motto.
Yeah, and I definitely the thing is, I don't want it to go to the planner graveyard, so maybe I'll get around to selling it to the internet at some point. Nice. But yeah, my favorite, I'm not gonna say standard size TN again because that's stupid, but I obviously most of the year I did use my Hobonichi weeks. But it was definitely a transitional year for me in a lot of ways, not just in stationery, but in my entire life. So I feel like when change happens in your life, change happens in your stationery habits too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There was an episode I recorded with Rowena about the seasons of your life and the different planners or notebooks you use in it. So
I like that a lot.
Totally understand.
Yeah.
But your a little bit of your identity is attached to the weeks, huh?
No, it is. I'm not gonna lie. That's part of my like. I should get a Hobonichi Weeks tattoo. Honestly, it is like right over my heart.
Right over your.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh my goodness. Where if I were to get a Hobonichi tattoo, where and that's weird coming from
right on your butt.
Me that never ever thought about.
No, you'd get a tramp stamp, Hobonichi tramp stamp.
Just like on my shoulder, like the Yakuza.
Oh yeah,
mark.
Yep.
The whole sleeve.
Or like the traditional mom tattoo, but instead of mom, it's a Hobonichi.
Oh my goodness. Nice. I like your selection of 3 books. They feel very true to what I've observed of you last year.
Yeah. Tomoe River paper.
Can't wait to see what you get into this year. Oh, can we tangent into that a little bit? How do you feel about the new Tomoe River paper so far?
Oh, well, people keep asking me that, and it's I feel like it's not that different, but it also, you can tell if you're one of those people like we are with the OG.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Like you can tell, but it's not. I don't know I can't quite put my finger on what's different. I feel like it's slightly thicker though, right?
For me, like you said, I can tell. First of all, it feels more draggy. Yeah. It feels more velvety in surface. It warps more easily, at least from my usage. Watercolor, put pigment on, it kind of like sucks in the fiber. Like if you do like a microscope into that specific section, I can feel the pigment grabbing the fiber and like tightening it and then causing the surrounding parts to warp. It definitely is more visible. And then yesterday, my Tono and Lim ink that's scented bled through, which did not in the old paper.
Yeah. Scented inks just don't really agree.
Which is kind of to be expected. I was surprised it didn't bleed through in the old paper.
Yeah.
So with all that being said, am I gonna ditch my Hobonichi and throw it and like change a new system? No, it doesn't. It doesn't affect me to the point where it feels devastating.
Right. The paper change, it's not devastating.
The paper change is a fact we all just have to accept. It's like people raising the prices on the stamps, you just keep paying and you just move on and move forward.
Yeah.
And I think what that means for a lot of stationery lovers, at least for me, is I just have to learn to adjust to the new paper. I have to maybe do a little bit less watercolor on it if I really dislike the warping more and more, and choose another ink. And it's not like I don't have enough inks to choose from to use. So, I just think I see on the internet, I'm in like these Facebook groups, and people are being really, really turned worked up over the paper change, and saying things similar to, I need to discard my entire system when they've already bought like a week a cousin Hobonichi. And I'm like, no, oh my goodness. Really? I don't think you need to go that far.
Yeah, no, that doesn't really make sense. To those of you out there that said that, I want you to go back a couple years and remember the second gen Tomoe River paper. Because that was truly terrible.
That's true.
That would cause me to riot, maybe. But the new stuff is good. Like,
the stationery riot. I think there's some pros too to the new paper. I think a lot of people said the lines, like the color, sheen's cooler. Like there's quite a few pros to it too. I myself feel that this new paper did not really affect my usage.
Yeah, no, it has not affected my usage
like
at
1
all.
to 2% maybe, but it hasn't caused any trouble. So it's just one of those life changes, and you just have to roll with it moment, I think.
You know what it's like? It's like if one of your favorite snack food, like processed snack foods, just like changed like one ingredient, and it's like it didn't taste quite the same as it used to.
Yes.
But you're still gonna buy it and eat it because it's like your favorite snack.
I get that completely.
Right?
I love Kelly's take on these things. I think it's what makes our podcast stands out.
Tell me I'm wrong though. Come on.
No, I think you're absolutely right, and I just wanted to share our stance here. So stop asking us.
This is like a political stance. Like, where do you stand on the new Tomoe River?
Are you pro new or pro? I mean, what else can they do, right? Like, Hobonichi can't just go and make their own paper. At least not like immediately. I'm sure they want to try. And this is also reminds me of that year when Kokuyo had their own new paper. They call it the Mio, or do they just call it something like new paper or something?
Wasn't Mio the PAL planner?
Yeah, the Jibun Techo had a paper change.
Oh, Jibun, that's right. I think the PAL was different. Because I really didn't like the PAL paper. I'm sorry. It was really bad.
And they did a whole PR over it, comparing it to the TRP.
Yeah. I remember people liked the Mio, like, in Japan specifically for using the friction pens, right?
Ah, yeah. Oh, the new proprietary paper is called thin paper.
Oh, right.
Remember the thin paper saga? And people were rioting because it makes their Jibun not their Jibun anymore. So
yeah.
Hobonichi's feeling its pain. I'm just happy we have DP paper.
Yeah, no, DP is really good.
I know, it's one of my favorites. So yeah, that's the paper update in this podcast. No substance, just thoughts, just feels. Yep. My top 3. Oh, my turn, right? My top 3.
Yeah. Get on with it already. I'm kidding.
HPT, and you already know what those 3 are.
I saw that in the notes and I was like, what is the... Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it.
HPT at the University of Buffalo also stands for Human Performance Technology, a systematic approach to improving productivity and competence. So I would like to say and claim that Hobonichi, Plotter, and Traverse Notebook accomplishes those 3 things for me.
Wow. You should give a talk at the university.
HPT, guys.
Yeah. I would say also that those three things encompass you as well.
I try. I look at your selection, the top three you listed, and I try to think about another notebook that I can add to the mix or something new I can talk about. But I thought long and hard throughout my entire 2023, and I just did not use anything other than these three. So sorry about that.
You're a plotter fanatic. And
Hobonichi,
Hobonichi
Die
is in your
Hard.
blood.
Yes.
And Travelers is also in your blood.
Yes.
So.
The two OGs and the new favorites, right?
The newcomer, yeah.
So Hobonichi Techo Cousin. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about it here. The new one feels different, but it's not that bad. But Hobonichi Techo Cousin, just do I need to even talk more about it? Listen to all these other episodes. Yeah,
go back to episode 1.
That's number 1. Traveler's Notebook. So you said you filled up 4. I filled up 9 refills this year. That's
amazing.
2023 is the year I used the most out of my Traveler's Notebook versus any other year before, which is super cool. I think it has to do with the fact that I really traveled a lot.
I was going to say, you went to a lot of places.
2023 was a huge year of traveling, domestically and internationally. I was flying home to Taiwan for my dad. I went to Japan, and then domestically, I went to so many pen shows, pop-ups, 2023, and made me sick of traveling, actually, as a side effect. But it was the rebound period, right, after the pandemic.
I honestly feel the same way, though, low-key.
I know, it's so tiring. Prior to 2019, late 2019, 2020, when the pandemic struck, and everyone had to stay home, and travel became sort of a more localized event, right? Like within your city. Prior to that, I actually don't use the Traveler's Notebook that much. It was really the Hobonichi then, 2017, 2018. I remember back then I even said I use my Hobonichi like a traveler's notebook. Right, I would travel, and what people put in their traveler's notebook, I put in my Hobonichi. But now that the Traveler's Notebook functions as an overflow for my Hobonichi, I had legit excuse to use it as much as I want. So I documented so much in my Traveler's Notebook. It was great. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And I don't even feel bad about the 10 plus covers I own because I gave them all a spin. They all went somewhere. You know, I rotate them and use the different covers for different occasions. It was the best year of Traveler's Notebook for me. I really used them to the maximum. And then now it's also the year I just decided, the passport's not my thing.
Really? Yeah.
I can give up on the passports now. I can sell, honestly, all my passports.
Really?
Yeah. I just don't use the passport size.
Didn't you have the record too?
I don't. I remember I bought the set for the record, and I sold or gifted the cover to someone else, and I kept the accessories.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's all that matters. No, just kidding.
So honestly, I feel that way about the passport too. Like I use one for my wallet though. But
you use it though for when you travel. You like use it to document some things, right?
It's true.
I envy people like you who can use it. It's just not for me.
And that's okay. You know?
So hopefully Travelers doesn't come out with new cool passport stuff, because I won't be able to help myself. But please don't. Just regular size, please.
Now I feel like they're going to, because you said that.
Because I said it. Darn it. Finally, plotter Bible size. I use all sizes, but the Bible is the one I want to particularly pick out and shout out. I don't even use it daily. You know what I mean? It feels like a security blanket. I really use my plotter Bible size mostly in the monthly pages, because it's got all my schedules and all my plans. Probably like how you would use your weeks. It's where I put my stickers, highlighting little notes, things I'm doing, appointments. I don't write in it every day. I don't write in it every 2 weeks. But it feels having it makes me feel safe.
I love that.
It's my backup. It's my backup. It's got my 6. I know that if I need to, I can. If I need to write down an appointment or a to-do list, I know there's a place for me to do it. And that thought makes me feel safe and comfort.
Nice.
Security blanket, notebook, my plotter.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, I have my 2 things that I write in it a lot, and I have 1 thing that I don't write in it a lot, but still I want to honor it because it does so much for me. Top 3 accessories. This is the last section of the top 3. Why don't you go ahead and start?
So I'm gonna be boring.
No, nothing's boring here. Sometimes the accessories are just the tried and true. So okay, that is boring.
No, but look at how it's patinaed.
The brass ruler again.
It's my brass ruler from Travelers.
At first I thought you were going to say the clip, and I was like, that's acceptable, but the ruler?
Oh, well, the clip too. Brass accessories from Traveler's Notebook. It's perfect. It goes with me everywhere.
It's your washi cutter.
Yeah, it's my washi cutter. I've talked about it 13,000 times.
It's so patina. I love it.
But the new exciting thing that I'm surprised to love as much as I do, which is my Superior Labor engineer pouch.
Yes.
Engineer pouch. Yeah. It's got the pink on the bottom. It's like the
it's the
Sakura.
Travelers Factory collaboration.
Oh yeah, which it says right there that I got in Kyoto. And this is a little bonsai pin, and this is a little kitty pin that one of my stationery friends gave me.
Yeah. Those canvas pouches are just made. I have like literally 2 on my table right now.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, since it's painted on the bottom, the painted like and the sturdy zip, you know, it fits a really nice amount of little accessories should you want to go cafe journaling or something like that. Kind of like these scissors that my friend April Wu got me in Japan because I brought my scissors through security and they took them from me.
How are you liking them, the Plus?
I like them a lot. They're perfect. This is what I wanted, and this isn't even what I got when I, it's way better.
Judy is the one who recommended, our friend Judy from Tokubetsu Memory recommended the Plus scissors. She did tell me that she tossed the covers though. She said you don't need the cover.
No.
You like it?
Yeah, well, because it's like a little sheath. You can.
But I've done things where I like reach for it and try to use it and then hurt my fingers because it's still in the sheath. You know what I'm saying?
Yours isn't. Like mine is white, so it's pretty obvious that
that's true. Yeah, my
there's something on here.
My cap is just part of it. But
yeah, I really like these a lot, and I regret nothing. Especially since you got them for me. Thank you, April. So I also bought a few more of these when I was in Japan. The friction stamps, which is something that I've been low-key obsessed with for quite a while. Just these little
I know, the tiny pinky nail sized friction stamps that just has like these little logos thingies.
Yeah, so they're perfect
pattern.
for. Oh, and I have the kitty one too. Oh, when I said that, one of the cats just meowed. That was cute. Oh, and this one too. I have this little Taiwan rice cooker too.
Oh yeah, that one's cute. Why don't I have that one? I should have that one.
I think I got it at Usagiya actually.
I should use it when I cook rice.
And this is the Itoya exclusive fountain pen nib.
They have that?
Yeah. Yeah. So
I don't use this. I think it's because I'm not a tracker. That's why.
I don't really use them for tracking. Well, maybe I do. I don't know.
Because they're perfect for punching into, little spaces. Like, did this today. Stamp.
Yeah.
Stamp.
Maybe that is what I do. I don't know. There's something about the friction stamps that bring me a lot of joy. And then if I mess up, I can just erase it and do it again.
I do have it.
Oh,
I have the
you do have it.
I have the rice cooker, the mango shaved ice. I think these
you didn't even know.
These are the only two I own right now, and I don't even ever use them. I literally just dug them out from my desk. Okay, I'm keeping them on my desk now, so I will remember to use it.
Use the mango sticky rice with your orange pen.
Oh, it is perfect. Another orange item. Nice.
Yep, so those are and everything fits just so in this pouch. Such a good pouch.
It really is the best pouch. My top 3 accessories, I cheated and put 2 together because I consider it a combo, which is a weird combo.
Yeah, why is that a combo?
The Muji scissor, the stainless steel one, the one that's like nonstick. And
the actual good ones, not like the ones I have. And
a Mount Fuji eraser combo. So why is this a combo, you ask?
Yeah, I do ask because that makes no sense.
A scissor and an eraser. I print a lot of photos and I put them in my travelers. So I cut those photos or tapes or PET with the scissor a lot. And they do get sticky residues on the blade. And so that's when I whip out my Plus little Keshigomu, the little Fuji-san erasers, and I literally rub out the gum residue.
That is such a good idea.
And the scissor helps me build my Mount Fuji faster.
Yes, I was gonna say though we need to do that. I just got my 3rd one when we were in Japan.
Here's my blue one.
Nice.
It's already got a little peak, but the pink one that I have right now is still going.
I don't know where my pink one is, and it's driving me crazy. I have the blue, the pink, and a green.
I have so many. I need to use them all. I need to draw. I need to use my pencils more. That's probably but
yeah.
But I'm also the kind of person that doesn't like to erase my mistakes. Unapologetic, really? In a way.
Interesting.
And then on this, I sneaked in a 3rd one. On a cutting note, I also love my Midori carton cutter. It's so useful for shopping when you get packages and Happy Mail.
Oh yeah. Isn't it just like a box cutter type thing?
Yeah.
But like little and convenient.
It's a round box cutter and it is magnetic, so it stays on our fridge. We have 2 in our fridge, and even Elliot uses it. So
nice.
There you go.
It's like a porcelain blade, right?
Yes. And you can
cool.
You can like unscrew it and switch it so you can get a sharp edge on the other side. So
whoa.
And their new one, I guess this is my 2nd thing then. The new one is I can't find it right now, but the new one is like made of aluminum on the case, so it looks even cooler, and it has 4 sides that you can switch around. So
what? Well, that's very cool.
Midori, they make super nice tools.
They make good stuff.
Okay, then I should choose my 3rd one out of the 2 I'd already listed. I guess
you can say them all. There's no rules here.
Fine. Top 4 for me then. Rickshaw pen sleeves. Koozies. Yes. The pen koozies. Did I mention how good they are last year? Was it in my last top 3? I don't remember, but they're so good. I got the donut one, and then this ghost cat one that we both got.
I have that cat one too. Yeah.
I just think it never occurs to me when I start owning a lot of fountain pens that I really want to baby them when I take them out. I don't want them to get lost in my bag. So these koozies, they're just scattered across my desk, and then whenever I need to leave to go to a meetup or go to a show or pack my fountain pens, they immediately goes into a koozie. It's just so snug.
It's like they have a little blankie.
And they have a little fuzzy blanket. That's right.
So good.
Kelly, this is the year we make our Stationery Cafe.
I know.
Koozie.
I was just thinking about that the other day too, because I was re-listening to our San Francisco episode.
Listeners, will you buy it? Yes.
At least you and me will buy it.
I know.
So
we'll invest in some capitals and.
My mom will buy one.
I know. I can sell one to Sarah.
We've got 5 people that can buy them.
Yeah. Let's do it. We should really do it. Will we do 3 or 5 pens? I think 3.
I think 3 makes the most sense.
We even have thoughts about the design too, right? We just needed to hire someone to do it.
Yeah. Or we just need to wrap our own brains around it.
I know. We just need to do it. So there's that. And then finally, your favorite pouch solution is the engineer pouch. Mine is the Delphonics utility pouch.
It is very good too.
I started decorating them with a little hangy, like plushies and stuff.
Is that Miffy bread?
Yeah, it's a Miffy bread. So I attached it to the little edges, or I should actually attach it to the zipper. But anyway, yeah, holds so many cool stuff when you go on an outing for travel. I really overutilized my utility pouches this year for all my trips. So the M size,
as you should,
the bigger M size for the bigger trips to Taiwan, and the smaller S size for local trips to meetups. Things just come in and out. It's so durable. I can put a strap on it, and then it became my outdoor pouch.
I do like that.
And if I wear a tote bag, it's my pouch back and bag, right? So, yeah.
By the way, I'm gonna throw out some random thing. Okay. I brought the M. The M is the big one, right?
Right.
I brought that to Japan, and I kind of regret it. I feel like it was too much. I should have downsized. I should have just brought the S.
I mean, the fact that you brought stationery to Japan, yeah, that's kind of a mistake.
But I actually used it, though.
But no, I brought the S size to Japan.
Yeah, that would have been... I just wanted to throw that out there for the listeners. You should bring the S size.
The S size, I think, is a great size when you're trying to go compact on a trip. But if you're doing like a local meetup, you're just hanging out, you're just going to a coffee shop, a cafe, the M size, I think, fits more.
Well, sure, because then you're just at home.
So.
But if you're leaving...
That's true. You don't want to be weighed down.
Yeah. I was a little weighed down, to be honest.
I'm
just saying.
All right, this next section, I'm looking forward to it. We're done with the top 3. We're going to talk about stationery trends we're looking forward to in 2024. It could be actual stationery categories, or it could be behavioral things that we want to talk about. So what is the topic you want to address?
I took it in the behavioral way. I feel like it's been a trend. Well, here's the thing about it. And can I say the word, or are we keeping it PG here?
You can say it, I think.
So using my shit is what. So I guess I want to say I've noticed kind of a theme of people talking about wanting to do that over the past couple years, but whether or not they actually do is another story. I'm talking about myself, by the way.
People.
Yeah, it's people, it's me.
It's Kelly.
But I've come to the point in my, particularly in my fountain pen journey, that I feel pretty good about what I've got. Like I don't have, because I feel like when you're first starting out and you have all the FOMO and you're like, oh, I've got to get this new thing and that
doesn't help that you were working at a stationery store.
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm shimmered down. Simmered down from the shimmer. Yeah.
Shimmy down.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have that like must have everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of still do, but like it doesn't take hold of my wallet as much. And I'm not counting the Japan trip because that was different.
It was different.
But yeah, I just mean like going forward, I don't want to just blindly just, oh, new thing, let's buy it. And I've been doing decently well at that, actually. I would like to continue that. And I really want to use more of my stuff and maybe even use up a bottle of ink this year.
Ooh.
You know, what's that like? Let us know what that's like if you've done that. Yeah, so I said please don't at me at the next pen show I go to, but I don't want to just, you know, go to a pen show and just like I have to buy a pen. I don't know. But I guess that's what people go to pen shows for. But we go to a lot of pen shows, so it's different for me.
I think about it sometimes too, right? Like pen shows happen throughout the year, and it is an activity where things are selling, obviously. But you can't be expected to buy from the same vendor at every show.
Right,
you know?
which I kind of do. Because I'm like, oh, Kirk, there you are again. What's up? Let's give you more. I mean, he's amazing, but, you know, it's, I hear a lot of people talk about like, oh, you know, I save up all year to go to the pen show, if they're only going to one.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I don't only go to one, so
I know we go to many.
We should cool it.
And we use the bathroom and we come back with a pen. You know?
God, and the freaking notebooks and the...
I get what you're saying there, though. I do think using our things is a big part of the stationery hobby. And more often than not, we get swept away with the new and the latest and the FOMO, and it's totally natural and no judgment if you succumb like I did just the other day.
Wait.
I was
Look
on
at us.
I was on Paper Treats, and my favorite Shiba Inu artist did another sticker sheet with like cute, delicious New Year desserts. Yes.
Oh, so cute.
And I bought it because it brings me joy, and I'm not ashamed of it, honestly. But I think balancing it with the intention to use more of your things.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you feel that you've done your stationery justice and you've used it in your ability, then there's no shame in buying.
Yeah.
Unapologetic.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thought. I feel no shame in because I filled 9 Traveler's Notebook. I use my Hobonichi every day, and I used and appreciate the stationery that I purchased in a way that I feel that did it justice.
Yes.
And I'm gonna continue doing that. I'm not giving up. What am I saying here? I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna shop less, but I am gonna continue the momentum of using and maybe use even more.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm not on a no buy, but I just want to think about stuff.
I think evaluating and understanding the intention behind every purchase is very important.
Yep.
Yes. And if you are excited about a certain new items and how you will use it, then that's a good justification to buying it versus I'm buying it because so.
Speaking of that, by the way, I kind of became obsessed with the Yuru Liku pen pouch thing.
Oh, the new one? The bigger?
Well, not even the new one, just the older ones.
Ah, really?
I'm like into it. I've been thinking about it, so I think I'm gonna get one of those.
Pen case is my no this year.
Really?
That was what I was gonna talk about. Oh my goodness, that was one of my goals. If there's anything I'm on a no buy, it's the pen cases.
Really? Okay.
I'm so bad at using pen cases, and so that's like a section that I acknowledge that I'm really bad at using. So I really need to actively try not to buy more of it and use what I own.
Oh, but we're jumping ahead. You didn't talk about your thing.
Segue to mine. What was the segue? I forgot. Oh, you were talking about using up a bottle of inks, right?
Yes.
If you can. And my thought about 2023 is there's too many inks. There was too many inks.
You know, I agree.
It was like way too many inks.
Specifically, what she wrote was sick of all the ink releases, LOL. So not to at her or anything, but...
So I am not looking forward to seeing more inks for 2024. I'm done. I'm happy with my purchases in Japan, and I think I'll be really good at resisting new inks.
You
Unless
know
they
whose fault it is, though?
What? Whose fault?
It's Ferris Wheel Press. They release a new ink they release like 5 new inks every month.
It's getting tiring, like the Sailor releases.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Sailor. You're not doing it, though. You're not.
Yeah. So I think I'm pretty good, unless they came at me with like Dango and melon soda, then that's another story. It's a targeted attack, and I will
say,
succumb.
don't you have those inks already? But if it's different ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So
I'm with you.
that's something. What I'm trying to say is ink releases is old news. I would like to see more of how they're being used. For example, Warringal, this is a scary voiceover to amend my upcoming content. April meant dominant industry, not Warringal. Sorry for the mistake. Basically, it's a book. It's an encyclopedia sort of book with just like drawings of whales and sea creatures. And each page, there's a section for you to document 5 colors. And then you use those inks to color the shapes.
God.
So it's...
Okay, wait. That sounds like way too much fun.
It's essentially an ink coloring book. So a way to use up your ink. But
and where do we buy this?
It's a Kickstarter or something. Or maybe they're releasing it in the US soon. I saw something on the post. But I really like that book idea. So things like that. Creative solutions for all of our shit is what I wrote down. I guess that's kind of on trend with using your statement of using my shit, right? Like things I want to see stationery trends on things that can encourage users to use things. So we have a lot of stamps, a lot of ink pads. What can we do with those? We have a lot of ink. What can we do with those? We have a lot of pens. What can we do with those? Things like that. Ooh, I'm looking forward to, speaking of pens, I'm looking forward to glass pens taking off in the US.
Yes.
I just got my bubble tea glass pen from Wanderlust by TSL. It's so beautiful. And I think there's a lot of creativity to be had for this product in the US even. Ooh, right now the pigment is all sedimented, so you can see the pearls really clearly.
Cool.
Anyway, you gotta shake it to mix up the milk tea portion.
Not real milk tea though.
And then now you got like a milk tea, a bubble tea glass pen. So
it's so cute.
It's so cute. So things like that. Really, really enjoy my glass pens, even though Kelly is still afraid of it.
Hey, I have one, and I don't want to like keep trying, because I already broke it once. I don't want to break it again.
And then finally, the last trend that I really like. I know it's not like anything too new, and people have been doing it forever, but I'm totally fine with companies coming out with more sticker sheet designs. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course.
I think
I'm always looking at those. I
think at the core, April's favorite stationery category is sticker sheet. Specifically, Mind Wave sticker sheets. I will never say I won't buy more sticker sheets.
No, and you never should.
I will keep buying them, and as long as they come up with cute designs, cute things, I will keep on buying them. They're just so good.
Yeah.
That's my claim. That's
an easy way to make yourself happy.
They're not expensive. They're like $1 to $3 a pop. They're so cute. Remember, it all comes down to that motion. We put a cute sticker on the page.
Yeah.
Background music, beautiful harp,
Just thinking about that is oh man.
Just dragons, flowing out from behind me, streaming into the clouds. That is the most simple joy in this entire stationery ecosystem.
Yeah, no,
you're both
right.
grinning. We're both grinning, right? Like that is the moment.
Oh, remember the last time you stuck a sticker?
Yes. At the core of it, that is where we begin. putting down a single cute sticker on a page where it's meant to be.
Also, do you have any idea how many cat, stationery, and coffee themed sticker sheets I have? And I just keep buying more.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's just amazing how like such a simple thing can give us so much joy. You don't even have to spend that much money. Lifting that sticker from that paper and then putting it on paper. Boop. Boop. There we go.
Yep.
Simple.
It never won't be good.
Finally, New Year's intentions and goals. We can share some that are stationery related or even non-stationery related.
Yeah, well, non-stationery related, going to the gym consistently. So this lady over here might have sort of been part of my inspiration for getting a gym membership.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Yeah. And I was going to the gym consistently for about a week.
Nice.
Not
awesome.
Every day, but like.
But you went.
You know, I think I went like 3 times in 1 week, which, you know, from 0 to that is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got COVID.
Yeah, that's why we couldn't record for the first 2 weeks.
That was really. Can I tell you just how awful that was? I mean, I think the worst part about it was because I have 2 roommates, so I was like trapped in my room for like 5 full days, and like it just starts to get to you after a while. And my roommate had it like a few weeks before, and she was like, yeah, it feels like Groundhog Day. I'm like, yeah, it does. You just wake up and do it all over again. And
it's similar to cabin fever a little bit. Not just the uncomfortableness of the sickness, but the fact that you are enclosed again.
Yeah. So, you know, that happened. And then there's been a snowstorm in Portland. Yep. And actually today was my first day that I've ever worked from home. Well, I mean, like, I guess I've worked from home before, but like a full day, I've never done that. And we're going to do it again tomorrow. And I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go back to real life again. But so I'm not going to let this discourage me, and I'm going to just hop right back on the gym horse, you know?
Nice.
Because, you know, it's easy to just feel sorry for yourself, but like it's really not that big of a deal. Like people get sick.
Healthier 2024 is everyone's goal, I think. Yeah. At our age.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you start to get in your 30s.
30s.
Like not just 30, but with an S at the end.
No, Kelly, we're going into the next age bracket in the surveys now.
No, okay. Oh, you might be right.
It's
I mean, you're a whole year older than me, though, so like you're closer.
I think I'm in it already. It's like 34 to something. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. No, I know. Yeah,
it's horrible.
Right. It's you know, it's fine, but basically, we do have to be more conscious about what we're doing with our bodies, what we're putting in our bodies. You know. It's a whole thing.
Trader Joe missed their train, I have to say, to sponsor us.
Oh my god!
Because we're not going to drink as much fun drinks from Trader Joe's anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, most of my Trader Joe's drinks were just sparkling water.
That's true.
I do love their other stuff too. Please sponsor us, because I haven't been to Trader Joe's in a long time because I've been stuck at home. But anyway.
Wait, what does that have to do with sponsoring us, though?
Okay, no, it didn't. So yeah, I really want to make that a priority, being more health conscious in general.
Nice.
And I only put one thing for stationery, which is recording every Wordle word of 2024. Didn't I bring that up in the podcast?
That is so weird.
No, it's so good. It's so like it's that section that no one ever knows what to do with. There's those crazy people that actually track it, which I if you are one of those people, I commend you because I've always wanted to be you and I can't be you. Like I can't track in that section, but you write the little Wordle word every day and then how many guesses it took you to get there. And then at the bottom, you can write words that you learned from guessing. Because sometimes I'll just guess stuff. I'm like, I don't know if this is a word. Let's see. And then it works. But it's like, ooh, I learned something new today. So I'm sounding really nerdy, but I'm just happy about that.
I love it. I love it. And the simple joys of stationery. Recording every word.
Yeah.
For me, non-stationery wise, also health. I've been going to the gym since last September, and what has been motivating me, I think I shared it with a lot of people, was collecting stamps, right? I gave myself a little stamp of approval, literally, in my notebook when I go to the gym. So I look forward to doing that every time, a little stamp.
Yeah.
So I do that. I wanted to also use my stationery to document my cookie training journey. So my dog's 3 years old, should be better. But I haven't really made a solid plan for it. But other than that, I have plenty of stationery goals actually. Less impulse purchases. I think we were talking about buying things. And although last year I had like my no buy, this year I wasn't gonna do. This year I'm not doing any rules or limits to myself, but really focusing on the impulse intentions. I have a really bad habit of scrolling first thing when I wake up.
Oh God, me too.
Sometimes they lead to not thought through purchases.
Sometimes.
Especially when Japan releases something and you see it first thing in the morning. So gonna try to work on that. It had been a very expensive January for me so far. I had to change my laptop. I had to go to the dentist. I have a schedule with an endodontist. It was horrible. So my funds, I see a visible drain in funds just starting into 2024. So I think that helps. That's helping me put a good perspective on what I shop. I want to organize my stash and use more of my underutilized items. Pen cases, as I mentioned. I have all these cute pen cases, pen pouches that I bought from various brands. The TSL roll wrap. I have several engineered pouches. I only use 2 of my probably 5 different rickshaw koozies. Maybe it's time to sell some, who knows? Things like that. So going through my stash and kind of think about what I should use more of what I already own. And one fun thing I want to do is handwriting improvement challenge. So not just English, but Chinese. Again, I think it has been something that I really wanted to do more of. Before it was more of a intention to improve my Chinese because it had deteriorated for the length of time I've been in the US. But now I'm more of like, I just want my handwriting to look nice. I don't care about learning more characters anymore. So I think it'll be fun because I have a plan. I've planned dedicated pockets now to enjoy time with my glass pens. So I'm going to use that and write instead of English, write Chinese. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. And it'll allow me to use up my really good plotter refills too. The manuscript one that I bought at previous shows that are designed to write kanji. So I'm really excited to do that.
That's fun.
And good news for people who likes watching me stream. I just upgraded my laptop. So hopefully the streaming experience is more fun. So I think a lot of that handwriting practice thing is going to go on there. The streaming time is now my fun time. So I'm going to do my handwriting. Maybe I should join the Rock Your Handwriting Challenge, the hashtag. Fun ways to use up my stationery, basically. I have the ink thing now from Tag Stationery, the bird. You know what I'm saying? The bird that holds the ink. So I have that, and then I have glass pens, beautiful glass pens I bought from Aoun and Wonderlust. So I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm really excited just thinking about it this weekend. handwriting time. Finally, to wrap up this episode, exciting things we're looking forward to.
Well, I was just going to say, oh, that's why you said this upcoming weekend wouldn't be good, because you're going to be deep in your glass pens.
Yeah. And I need to organize. It's a mess because Kelly wants to come up. But yeah. I have so much stuff.
Dude,
over here.
I have so much stuff. It's crazy.
It's not in good shape for you to come over. There's no desk space for you right now.
Oh. But yeah. Okay, so something that we always look forward to every year, which is coming pretty soon. Hobonichi Spring Launch, February 1st, right?
Yes.
Always every year. April
will attempt the spring mix.
I feel like I should too, just for fun.
The spring piece. Again, she never won. Yeah. I entered it every year since its existence. Never won.
Wait, really?
Yeah, no. Sometimes I don't tell you guys if I entered, but I never won. So
I think I only did it the year before last, and obviously did not get it.
And there was a year where it was really nice. It was the perfect green, perfect pink. It was the perfect dango theme.
But what if it's even better this year? So, like, I just want to say, we're not gonna go crazy on Hobonichi Spring Release Day. But what if we do, though? You never know. You never know what they're going to release.
What if they just do another One Piece collaboration? We're just I know, right?
No, it could be boring like that, but it could also be exciting. But at the very least, let's just both enter for the spring piece and see what happens.
My cousin, my Hobonichi cousin, has been waiting for a spring piece forever.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully I win. I like the spring ones way more than the regular lineup ones. I don't enter for the regular releases because I think the regular releases tend to be a little bit more fall color, whereas the spring ones are usually brighter and more pastel-y. So
yeah, we are fans. I might even try for the weeks one, and then I could put my weeks in there. I don't know. Anyway,
use it as a wallet. That's cute.
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited.
Like I don't have enough.
You reminded me of it. I wasn't even thinking about the Hobonichi spring.
No, I'm always thinking about it.
So that's nice.
And... Oh yeah, and then I said looking forward to leaving my house, which is when I was going to talk about COVID.
Is it going to snow again this week? I think it is.
It's supposed to snow here a little bit tomorrow, I think, and then that should be the end of it. But I haven't seen Mike in literally like 10 or 11 days or something crazy like that. It's crazy. I'm like, what does he look like? Do I have a boyfriend? I don't remember him. It's terrible.
That's hilarious. Oh, well. I'm looking forward to California Pen Show that you're not going to.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's weird how expensive it is to fly to California when it's like not that far away.
I know. I was expecting it to be cheaper too, actually, but my flight ended up being a little expensive as well. But I am going to California Pen Show with Plotter, with Travelers.
Yeah, she's working.
Be lit because
there's so many good vendors. Isn't Paper Treats going?
Yeah, my Paper Treats, Maya's going.
So good.
The Plotter team is going. We're going to announce it soon, I think. It's not news. We've talked about it before. And CY's going. I heard Annabelle's going.
I didn't want to go.
I heard Toasty's going.
Yeah,
I heard Pen Addict. Brad is going. Everyone.
What the heck? Oh, man.
Everyone's going. No, it's going to be fun because I look forward to food in LA. I look forward to meeting friends who we just met back in Japan. So it's going to be a nice reunion.
Yeah.
I'm not that excited about working throughout the whole show, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm just happy to. Oh, I'm going to see my Japanese colleagues, so that will be super fun. So, Tomomi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tomomi? Yeah. Is she working?
Yeah, she's going to come.
Well, that's so fun.
So it's going to be fun. We're going to go for Korean barbecue. We're going to go for I'm going to go for some Japanese food down in LA. Friends, I just love food. If I could do a food podcast, I would. That would be my second hobby.
Oh, yeah, you should.
I just love food so much. Maybe I was just telling Elliot the other day, maybe my calling is not to work in marketing, but to be a food blogger, a food influencer. I would love that job.
I mean, you should do it. Follow your dreams.
No, doesn't pay. Not until you make
fair.
it. Not until you make it to really big. I'm aware of it. But anyway, that is the first episode of 2024. Yay!
Nice. No, that felt good.
Got it out of our way. We can get on to our regular programming for the rest of this year. It'll be interesting what we will talk about now that we're both very use conscious and you're no longer working for a stationery store. I don't know if excitement is a word for it, but I am curious how this podcast will go. What do you think? Any thoughts?
We're just going to stop talking about stationery.
It ended up just going to be the two of us chatting about our lives and stuff.
No, well, the thing is, we're going to talk about the cool stuff that we're doing with our stuff because we have a lot of stuff.
I think so. I don't. Yeah, it's a hard line because I love talking about new things. I think a big part of it is appreciating the cool concepts and designs and feeling the ooh-eyeing over just things you didn't know exists. So I think that for me is my favorite part about doing this show is being on that wave and just seeing what comes, exploring new frontiers.
I mean, I'll still talk about the new TWSBIs. I mean, unless it's just we totally didn't talk about the red one or the cream one, but they didn't quite hit for me.
The lamy with the purple sections.
Oh my god, that's so lame. I just saw that on the Pen Addict blog and I was like, what's happening? Oh man, it was so... sorry, Lamb. I mean, I'm not sorry because they know. They know who their audience is.
Lammy.
Oh, there we go. You heard it here first. Just kidding.
I don't have a Lammy Safari at all in my collection anymore.
I'm about to sell mine off. I have 4 that are going to be looking for new homes.
But yeah, no. Well, you know what? We'll just go with the flow. We're not going to restrict ourselves to any rules. We're not going to say, we're not talking about this anymore. We're condemning buying or whatever. We're just going to do what's fun for us. And that's all that matters. Because we're doing this for free.
And you guys are just going to deal with it.
And we don't owe anyone anything.
People are like, oh, unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe. Thanks for listening. Nice knowing you. No, I love this. I love talking and catching up with Kelly and with Phyllis and
me too.
Talking about what we use and talking about cool new things. Because that's the spice of life,
Yep.
Having a hobby is so much fun. So, and on that note, it was really nice hanging out with you, Kelly.
Yes, it was nice hanging out with you too,
April. And for the listeners, I'm April again from Penguins Creative.
And I'm Kelly from Kelly Love Letters.
I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.